Planet Dolan.
From carrying dead animals in a purse to eating pages out of a book, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the craziest things our girlfriends have ever done. Hi, I'm Hellbent, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Pinger80. When Danger Dolan was in 8th grade, he was with his girlfriend in a forest. She said they were going airsofting, but he noticed they were going past their normal airsofting place. So he asked,
Where are we going? The airsofting place is that way.
She replied with a dead serious voice, I know. They went into an open field, with Dolan becoming very uncomfortable because she had a lot of crazy exes living nearby. While she started unpacking the airsoft guns, he suddenly noticed that they weren't airsoft guns and noticed bullet casings. He almost immediately shouted,
What the fuck? Those are real bullets! You said we were gonna go airsofting!
Then she snapped and started raising her voice, telling him to be quiet because she didn't want to be found out. Dolan shut his mouth and silently watched her loading a clip into her gun. I think you mean magazine. When she started aiming, Dolan booked it. She yelled at the top of her lungs, "You don't go anywhere!" Then fired a warning shot into a nearby tree while Dolan ran as fast as he could, trying not to trip. He ended up making it out of the forest and ran a mile towards his home. He called the police afterwards and told them everything. Later that week, his teacher told his class that one of the students at their school murdered a guy. After that, Dolan moved across the country and replaced everything that she could use to track him. He even thought about changing his name. Number 9 was submitted by Silent Soul 963. One day at school, Talb's girlfriend forgot her lunch, so he offered her a sandwich. She refused, saying, "I'd feel bad if I ate your food. You have it." He put it back in his bag just in case she changed her mind. She sat down, opened up her bag, and got out her favorite book. She opened it up and started eating the pages. Tulip managed to get her to stop eating her book and offered her a sandwich again. After that, she smiled and handed him her bag. She said, "Can you hold this? I'll be back in a moment." After a couple of minutes, he went looking for her and found her crouching on the ground, growling and eating grass. Tulip handed her bag back to her and gave her his sandwich. He told her he wasn't hungry. Number 8 was submitted by Pancake King 78. The craziest thing Emoji has ever seen his girlfriend do is shoot his friend. While they were on a date, Emoji and his girlfriend were walking down the street when Emoji's friend walked up to them and said, "So, this is the girlfriend, eh?" That's when his girlfriend did the totally logical thing. She pulled out a pistol and shot his friend twice. Later at the trial, she claimed it was self-defense and that Emoji's friend should go to jail instead of her. She got off scot-free while his friend had to pay a big fine. Needless to say, they broke up after that little incident. Number 7 was submitted by MunchkinSandFox. So while Ghost Toast was with his girlfriend watching some TV, she said she had to use the restroom. After about 15 minutes, he was starting to get worried, so he went to see what she was doing. He walked into the bathroom and saw her holding a big purse-like bag. When Ghost Toast looked inside a little more pervert, he saw her pulling dead animals out of the purse bag. He already knew that she thought she was a wolf, but didn't know that she killed animals. A couple of days before, she had tried to kill his dog with a pillow. That night ended very quickly, and since then, he's been avoiding her. Number 6 was submitted by MunchkinSandFox. Hey, good to see you again. So, when Ladybot and her girlfriend were together, her girlfriend's parents thought that Ladybot was bad and didn't like her. When her girlfriend had to move away, she whispered in Ladybot's ears that she would mail her something to remember her by. Ladybot was kinda creeped out, but eventually moved on and started dating a hot guy. A month after her ex-girlfriend moved away, Ladybot got a package from her. She opened it and to her surprise, there was shit inside of the box! That went on for about a year. She even sent flowers to her work, and when Ladybot smelled them, she smelled shit. She decided to move far away after that. Now she feels bad for the people living at that address who just randomly receive shit. It turned out Ladybot's ex-girlfriend sent poop to the ones that she loved. Number 5 was submitted by That Crazy Kiwi 1999. During his freshman year of high school, Legna, along with his girlfriend and some friends, sat in a stairwell one day. One of his buddies decided to mess with his hair, which was pretty long. He pulled out his comb and fixed it up, then casually put it away and continued the conversation. Just then, his girlfriend asked if she could look at his comb for a minute. Legna responded with a very calm,
No.
Her response was rather insane. She stood up, reached into his bag, and began to pull binders out. Legna said,
Hey, stop it!
and he grabbed his bag and began to put his stuff away. Then she decided it would be a good idea to get behind him and put him in a chokehold. She literally strangled him until he blacked out. He hit his head on her chin and then the floor, knocking him unconscious for about 15 seconds. When he woke up, Legna freaked out a little, broke free from her bear hug around his neck, and stormed off with a friend of his. He hasn't talked to her since that day. And also he lost his comb. Number 4 was submitted by zecarlosmejia. One day, Nixiom and his girlfriend were walking when they saw a bird swoop down. Somehow, she got a hold of it and said that it looked delicious and nibbled on it. Nixiom freaked out and said,
Ugh, what the fuck, man?
The bird was screaming in pain and was eventually released. He left her, but then hooked back up after he made her clean her mouth out with a whole bottle of toothpaste. Number 3 was submitted by Pillow Fluffer 18. So, Mikhailum's girlfriend loved to drink whiskey, and when she got drunk, she would do crazy things. One night, he went to buy 5 bottles of whiskey, so it lasts till Christmas. Mikhailum left the bottles on the table and was going to get some ice for them, but when he returned, he saw that they were gone. He was like,
What the fuck happened to the drinks?
He went to check on his girlfriend, who was nude, dancing, and throwing the bottles around her room. His sister called the police, blaming him for making his girlfriend drunk. She also called Mikhailum a pervert. He has since broken up with his girlfriend. Number 2 was submitted by Tetris King 14. In high school, Pringle had a girlfriend that was a little shy and wouldn't let him go to her house. After a few times, he went there, but she still wouldn't let him in her room. A day later, he left his wallet at her house and asked, "Can I come in?" The door was unlocked, so he went inside, and he saw her in a latex catsuit acting like a puppy for her mother. A week later, she said it was something called pet play. Then she said there was a form of that called puppy play. They both started the puppy play thing, and they enjoy it. What's the craziest thing my girlfriend has ever done? A while back, Pandora and I were playing Gears of War 4. She really enjoys her in-game costumes. She loves to dress up. So we spent days grinding for in-game points to buy loot crates that would give us new costumes. Then out of nowhere they had a special event that gave you unique costumes that they would stop giving away after a certain point. So we played the game like mad for about a week straight to get as many points as possible so we could get a ton of crates. You couldn't just buy the costume either. You could buy more crates and get a chance to get a costume, but why would you want to throw them $100 just for them to not give you what you want? She unlocked almost every costume in the game except for the very specific one that she wanted. The event ended and it sent Pandora into a rage. She flung the Xbox out of the window, destroying it, and that's why I don't have an Xbox One anymore. God, why couldn't they just sell me the costume? Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. When was a time you caught your significant other cheating? Let us know on the Reddit page linked below and you might be featured in a future countdown. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.